Uh-huh. we're just gonna have to start just a little bit late, because I did not mute myself.
I can't hear you.
I didn't do anything on my end. Check. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I didn't do anything. Test, test, test.
Still can't hear you. Nod your head if you can hear me. I'll back out. Hold on.
Okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
There we go.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Test, 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 test.
I'm just making sure I don't hear myself. Okay, I'm good. That was odd.
All right, give me 1 sec. I just gotta watch the place until my partner gets here. Oh, he's back. All right, give me 1 second though.
So Roland's getting Red Dead for both PlayStation and Xbox. I'm like, why?
Yeah, why?
There's a bunch that we have that are fun.
Oh? Hold on 1 second. My internet, like, literally dropped ridiculously for a second there.
Oh, gee. I was like, what the hell? I went, hello?
Yeah, the internet just dropped, like, ridiculously. That was weird.
Yeah, but I was just like, as far as shooters go, like, I just can't do places. Like, I tried Overwatch, and I'm like,
Yeah, I don't bother.
the triggers just feel weird when you're playing shooters. Yeah. Plus, I have an X, so I'm like, well, I kind of have to utilize the stronger one at the moment, so.
Yeah. Makes sense for me.
And this bad boy, too.
I know you gotta get your money's worth out of that. Yep, that is his fight. There you go.
Is there any other topics that we might be missing?
And we'll kind of put him up as we go along.
He is. Did you want me to tell you my synopsis on Mega Man 11?
Yeah, we will definitely go through that.
Did you want me to add that to the tasks?
Yeah, sure. So that way we don't forget, because you know us. We'll be like, there's something else that we want to talk about. How do you forget that?
I mean, I won't forget. It's Markiplier. What the hell is that?
All right, you ready to rock?
Let's do this.
All right, here we go. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to PCG Live. What's going on, Dr. Eggplant?
What the heck was that?
That's
Sounded like a Halloween type.
That was my Dracula, my vampire.
Oh, you're Dracula.
my vampire impression.
I mean, it is October.
'Tis the season. I'm not even gonna take credit for that. I kind of did that on accident, and it just happened to fit. So, yeah.
It was meant to be.
But we don't admit that here at PCG Live. So what's going on, man? How's life treating you in the gaming world?
I must say, it is treating me very, very good. Especially since the game of the year, in my opinion, came out on Tuesday.
It's got a whole lot of games to beat in that lineup, my friend.
I know, not to give spoiler alerts, but it's.
Hey, look who joined us.
Honey, I'm
home. Look. He can see my friend, my new friend.
We just went live, so we have our boy.
Ooh, look at that, Kyle.
Andre.
I
have him to join.
This one is sick.
You missed
when
my
I saw it,
vampire impression.
I thought it was going to be kind of whack, but then taking a closer look at it, this thing is awesome. It's got, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's got the 30th anniversary
Oh, that's cool.
pendant on there.
What does that one do?
There it is. There's the auto zoom.
What does that amiibo do, Kyle?
It gives you
It's Mega Man, tell him. That's what it does.
right.
It's Mega Man.
What else does it need to do? He's just Mega Man, right?
Does it give you
he'll give
extra
you
heart tank?
Yeah, he'll give you like energy tank,
Yeah.
extra life. You can use amiibos to do that.
Yeah.
To get like a head start, but I try not to do that.
Nice, nice.
See, if I had an amiibo, I'd do it where if you put like Mario on there, you get like a Mario colored armor or something like that. See, I think outside the box, Kyle. Like, if I'm doing an amiibo, can you imagine something dope like that? That would make people literally go out and buy like 10 amiibos in a row just because Mega Man's armor color changes. If you put a Mario, you get the red and blue armor, or you know what I mean.
I think the only reason like you can't do that with Mega Man though is because once you get the other weapons, his suit changes regardless. Yeah. So that's the only reason why I think that, because it could get confusing after a while.
Yeah.
I mean, to me it wouldn't, just because
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
You can differentiate between the meter, but for other people, yeah, it would get a little bit like, oh, wait a minute.
I'm like, red and white. Is that the fire? Is that Mario's fire? Which one?
Is that Mario one? What are we doing here?
Yeah. I feel like that's the only, like, for the amiibos to get it to be, like, live, that would be something dope. Like, if alternate costumes were in certain games due to the amiibo support.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. By the way, you haven't been here for 2 weeks, Andre. You didn't see my new toy right here.
Which one? Hold on. Oh, yeah, I haven't seen that.
The arm.
I'm surprised I didn't see that last show. You had the last show?
I had it the last 2 shows.
I didn't see that. Do you keep it away from you?
Well, it's usually over here. Hold on one second, because I'm going to be off mic. It's usually over here.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because when I watched,
and then I just swing it in.
Yeah, when I watched the last 2 week show, I don't recall seeing that. That's dope, man. Look at that beautiful thing.
I love it.
That's amazing.
The funny thing is, it's made by Blue,
mm-hmm.
who make the Yeti. So I mean, it works nicely, but you can use it for other mics.
That's
well,
cool,
which
man.
is really cool. And then the really awesome thing, not to promote it, whatever, but I would highly recommend getting it if you need a boom arm, is usually with boom arms you have to twisty tie the wires on the top,
mm-hmm.
so that way it flows. And they usually give you twisty ties.
Yeah.
With this one, they made like a very long groove, so you feed your wires into it, and through the back, so that way it just hides it.
That's dope. Kyle always been that guy. Like, to a lot of people, when the Xbox One came out with the whole big brick, when the S came out, I was one of the people that ran and grabbed it. Not even because of it being 4K. I literally grabbed it because that big brick took up so much space. And anyone that has an Xbox knows the black Xbox takes up ridiculous amounts of space. And having the One X now, how small that thing is, I still don't believe it when I have it on my counter. It's quiet as heck, and it takes up like no space.
Yep, I agree. Looking at mine right now.
Yeah, it takes up no space, and I bet you move that big old brick. Actually, you got rid of your brick, right?
Yeah, I traded mine in so I could get $200 off.
Smart.
The Xbox One X.
Yeah.
So, which I will be getting Red Dead on that.
Oh yeah.
Because a bunch of people were telling me they're getting Red Dead on PlayStation. I'm like, why?
Because.
Why not? That's an insult, bro.
They get the.
Why? Well, watch yourself.
They get the exclusive content first too. Like they get stuff like 3 weeks before Xbox is gonna get it.
Oh.
I don't care. You guys will have a horrible time using your stupid ass triggers.
Oh.
Not if you have the scuff controller.
I don't know, man.
Unless you get the PlayStation.
Call of Duty is
Pro.
National tournaments are run on PlayStation. They used to be Xbox, but they
used to be Xbox. They switched over to PlayStation.
That's kind of funny how that works.
Yes.
What does Xbox run?
Those triggers are still whack.
What does Xbox run? Esports. Oh, nothing. I'll have to look that up. That might take me a little while.
It doesn't matter. Those triggers are still whack.
Rainbow Six.
That's PC, bro.
I don't know, bro. Oh yeah, PC. I'll talk about an Xbox and PlayStation because I don't count PC in certain games. Like everyone plays the big ones
Andre.
on PC.
I'm gonna assume all tournaments now will run off the PlayStation Pro controller that looks like an Xbox One anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway. God, no. That controller is so disgusting.
What, the Scuff? The new $200 one?
It's not Scuff, actually. It's
what is that?
It's it begins with an H. I can't remember the name of it.
I seen it and I was shocked. I was like, this really looks like an Xbox controller, but feeling it, it feels stiff though for some reason.
I've never got to physically use it, so like I said to you guys in chat, October is a shitty month to be a business that deals with video games. Just this week alone, we have dropped FIFA 19, Mega Man 11, Forza 4, and there's one more that I'm
Assassin's
missing.
Creed.
Assassin's Creed is this weekend coming up.
No, well,
it's next week.
It's
no,
tomorrow.
it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
Super
Mario Party comes out.
And Mario Party.
Oh, that's right. So Assassin's Creed comes out tomorrow, and Mario Party.
I've been playing
tomorrow.
Assassin's Creed since Tuesday because I got the deluxe edition, so I got the early days. But just saying, it does come out tomorrow though officially. So.
So yeah, that's crazy. And I completely forgot because of my awesome Game Pass that I have for Xbox. The one thing Xbox did right, I get Forza for free.
Yes, it looks phenomenal too. Forza's unbelievable.
So that's fantastical. So.
He used the fantastic on it, which means a lot.
Oh man, you know that's amazing then.
So yeah, so it's a pretty serious month, and then we got Red Dead. We have Soul Calibur 6. Is it 5? 6.
Oh,
6.
That's too much.
Soul Calibur 6.
For people that like Call of Duty.
Yep, Call of Duty. Yep. Oops. Sorry.
Kyle, you getting Call of Duty by any chance?
No. God no. And if I did, honestly,
Hold on, but you don't want to play Battle Royale?
I'd probably get on PC. No.
What else are you going to play Battle Royale on?
Only on like 59,000 other games that have Battle Royale at the moment.
Hey, let's relax. It's only 2. 3. Maybe 4.
I think
four.
I think it feels like there's 50 games, but there's only like probably 6.
There's 4 that I can tell you right off the top of my head. Fortnite, PUBG, Royal Realms,
Realm Royale, yeah.
and H1Z1, yep. Also 5 total because of the Black Ops. But 4 right now.
I can't think of another one.
And Battlefield.
Battlefield isn't Battle Royale.
It's gonna be.
They have Battlefield Royale.
Yeah, it's coming out.
Yeah, but it's not out.
It's not out yet though. Yeah.
It's not out yet.
Oh, it's not out. Oh,
yeah.
No.
That's another game that comes out, right? No, they delayed it, right? They delayed Battlefield.
November.
Okay.
I was wondering why I had it on my calendar for the date I did.
We don't want to compete with Call of Duty, so we're gonna go a month up.
Oh, I don't even think it had anything to do with that.
Nah, it didn't have to do with
just,
that. It's polishing that Battle Royale because everyone's been complaining about how bad the beta was. So.
What, for 5?
For 5, yeah. The beta was really bad, according to.
I
didn't play it myself.
I
so
played the beta, and I
I
haven't really played Battlefield hardcore in a while, so I.
How'd you feel about like the same Battlefield as the rest of them?
I mean, I haven't played like Battlefield really since Battlefield 4, and it kind of still felt like Battlefield 4 to me.
Yeah. A lot of people saying it's just I think gamers are catching on to the copy and paste technique now. Finally, after years, I think people are finally catching on to that copy and paste.
You can only do so much in a first-person shooter.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, Call of Duty makes it work. They make it work by
No.
I mean, sale-wise, like their sales are always like I don't like the future.
People hate Call of Duty right now. Hate Call of Duty.
Let's see how this one sells.
But that's why people are starting to get mad at Battlefield because they were like, "Yo, everyone's getting mad at Call of Duty, and now Battlefield is doing the same thing. So what the hell?"
Just stop releasing new Call of Duties and Battlefields. Just keep adding on to what you already have. Just stop. It's getting so annoying now. It's like just stop, man.
I mean, look at it this way, right? Minecraft has done it. League of Legends have done it. Smite has done it. Fortnite is very well on its way of doing it. So, I mean, you think about these games now.
I didn't think about that. That's true.
All these games now are already doing that. So, that's becoming a trend now.
Even Overwatch.
You know, so.
Even Overwatch is doing that now.
We'll never see an Overwatch 2.
We'll
never see an Overwatch.
I don't think they need it.
No, God, no.
We don't need it. And they're smart. Blizzard's smart. They just do that. They just keep it going and going and going. Like, why keep milking it? Just keep it going and add on new content. That's it.
Why make people buy a new game when you can just make content and people are happy with that?
Yep.
This is my opinion.
And no matter what the price is, too, the crazy part is if an expansion comes out, if it's $60, people will pay that. So it's like instead of buying a whole new game, just if I have to pay $60 just to add on, I mean, why not?
I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
Agreed.
So I've been playing the shit out of Pokemon Sapphire.
Which one was
Omega.
Sapphire?
Omega Sapphire.
Omega. I was about to say Sapphire. You went way back.
Yeah, Omega. There's such a difference. I didn't realize how much of a difference when they did the Omega and Alphas. How much they changed the game. Like, oh, my God. Like, it is a dramatic change. Like, because I went back and played it, and I'm like, this is not Sapphire.
And I loved Sapphire, too, so I can imagine how they made it now.
So fun. So fun. My Pokemon are so much stronger than what they're supposed to be at this point in the game. Like my characters are like 36, and I'm fighting like 20s. Like I'm actually destroying like gym leaders. Actually, I'm going through the entire gym with one Pokemon, without getting hit.
Who are you using, Van?
Who am I using as a Pokemon?
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. It's like a fire one. It's
A
like
new generation one?
No. Well, I mean, not the original one.
In Alpha Sapphire?
Yeah, he's a bird.
Oh, that was Gen 3, which was, I think that was Torchic.
Yep.
Torchic. Yeah.
Yep. He's already at his final form.
His final form looks dope.
Oh God, he's
His
already
final
at
form,
Blaziken?
yeah. Blaziken is one of the dopest looking Pokemon created.
So there's nobody beating me right now.
And then once you get the Megastone, you can use the banned version of him.
I got a shiny Zubat. Leo was bugging out. He was like, "That's a shiny." I'm like, "How do you know?" He was like, "Cause it's a different color than what it's supposed to be." I go, "Oh, so should I catch it?" Yeah.
My boy that comes in here, Jordan, he got.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. He just ruined. Like that's the only reason why I don't play it, because every time I see him at Walmart, whatever, he just pulls his whole collection out. He's like, "Look at this one."
So I was like, "Hey," I'm proud. I'm like, "Hey, John, check out my Pokemon." He looks at it and he laughs, and he closes and he puts it down. I'm like, "Dude, really?"
It makes you feel bad, man. Like, dang, I'm sitting here having a good time, and you sitting here want to discourage me?
You just laughed at my Pokemon and closed my DS. I didn't even save it.
I just said, "Do you just close my DS?"
Yo, I didn't even save that, man. What are you doing?
That's messed up, man.
I did you a favor. Okay. Okay. Well, on that note, I delete my Pokemon save game then. Yeah. So cool. There was one specific thing. Oh, so. Yeah, they have leaked the. Well, is it a leak?
No, they pushed it. They pushed it out, I guess. It started off as a leak, and then they were like, PlayStation was like, "Yeah, it's true."
Yeah, so they have released the November free PS4 games.
Very weird.
Yakuza.
I never.
Yakuza. And Bulletstorm. So another month of good games. Those are good games. Go look up the value. I'm very curious.
No. Yakuza is fine.
It's still like a $40 game.
I know, but Bulletstorm.
I mean, they're both like me personally. I played the crap out of Bulletstorm when it first came out, and that game got knocked bad because it was the Gears creator working on it. It's an okay game. It's okay.
It's not the greatest.
Yeah.
If you love arcade shooting stuff.
Yeah.
Then it's pretty good, but
it's free. I mean, it's free at the end of the day. So
yeah, it's free, so you can try it. But the story's just
free is for me.
Being a Gears fan, that game hurt me, Kyle.
No. Specifically, it's Judgment.
Yeah.
I have to say, I'm surprised you're here. You want to know why? Yeah.
Why would I do, man?
No, because I'm surprised you're not going to see the premiere of Venom.
No. Saturday I see it, and I don't know if I'm excited about it. I'm trying to keep my expectations here.
Keep it low because
that's what I'm doing.
Cause that's what I did for it. I'm keeping it low, so when I see it, I'm going to be like, it really wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
But pretty much exactly what I said bad about the movie is what everyone's saying.
I've seen
bad.
the reviews.
And I'm just like, I didn't read the full reviews, but the one title one I couldn't miss, and it was this one right here.
This could have been avoided.
And it says a Venom movie without Spider-Man could work, but this Venom version doesn't. Yes, it could have, but it wasn't going to. Yeah. It is Sony. It is Sony doing this movie. Like
people forget that, and I think people expect everyone's saying he was great as Venom. I guess like kids, because he's a great actor anyway. Everyone's saying he was great as Venom, but the story went nowhere. The action was meaningless. I'm just like, but to me, I don't like.
You know what I hate? When people say action is meaningless. They're like the people get mad at Transformers because there's explosions. There's 60-story fucking robots walking through a city with buildings. What do you think is going to happen?
People want Oscar worth. Like I'm like, do you expect Optimus to win an Oscar anytime soon? So with Venom, I've seen the reviews. I'm waiting to see it. I could have seen it today, but I missed the show 2 weeks. I don't know. And now I gotta see what it ends up being. I'm scared. But at the same time, it's free. So, I mean, I just can't wait for it.
Yeah, me, I'll go see it. Venom's one of my favorite anti-heroes.
Mine's too, man.
So I love Venom. Definitely my favorite character in the Spider-Man universe.
Yeah, I agree.
I think his character is awesome, and I'm excited because I think they made him look like Venom. So
I think this is the best design they can ever come up with.
Yep.
I don't think you can beat this design.
I don't think you can get any better than that. You literally just made Venom.
Yeah.
So I guess they're supposed to do a Carnage spinoff, and they were talking about Venom. So, but I digress.
It's Sony.
Yep.
Freaking Sony.
All right, so let's talk about our first topic is PSX 2018 being canceled. So that's not technically right. I'm going to correct your wording on that, Kyle. It wasn't canceled because it was never fully planned.
Yeah, but PSX is every year, though.
No. Last year was only its second year doing it.
Well, I mean, when you do it 2 consecutive years, people expect it now.
Right.
And then at E3, they did say that more was going to be, they were going to explain more on PSX.
Maybe if they were going to do PSX.
Yeah.
So PSX was never official. PSX is kind of like that middle ground if there's a lot to announce, which shows like they've been kind of casually dropping a lot already. Gamescom, they did the tour.
The TGS,
like that's never happened before. So it's like, what are they going to do at the experience now?
After reading what the article said, I understood a little more. I think that this is your console, Vin, so I want you to talk about it a little more. But I personally think that their focus for PS4 is over to me. I think now they're really thinking PS5. And the reason I say that because one thing me and Kyle talked about at E3, they didn't give release dates for any game. Like besides Spider-Man, which we all knew was coming, all the other big games they're coming out with, those games are polished to be the next console seller. Like one thing we talked about with the One X was no matter how great and powerful it is, if you don't have games that are specific or that are built for that, it's meaningless. So I think what PlayStation's doing now, if they announce PS5 at E3 next year and say it's coming out in 2020 or something, and they say Last of Us 2 and all, just think of the games we know at E3. If Death Stranding, if those games are your starting lineup, you already sold everyone that's already sold on the PS4. So I think they're leaning a little bit away from the 4 and going more for the next gen.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree with that on a certain aspect. I think they're focusing a lot on their services where they were not lacking. They weren't lacking on their services because they've been going harder than what they've usually did. But now it's like they're kind of, all right, we're good with hardware. Like they pushed the VR. No one else has VR. The VR is incredible. I think they've shocked a lot of people. I know when people come in here and they see it, they're like, this is incredible for the price that you have to pay for it. This is enhanced. Like this is some really good stuff, and it's affordable. So I think hardware-wise, they're very satisfied where they are.
Yeah.
They're pushing out titles ridiculously, so it's just like they're happy where they are in a place with titles. So now they're just like, what can we do with the service? A good example is they're working on the PlayStation now. Now they're kind of coming over to the Xbox side where it's like, hey, let's fill this need of downloading
no more
where
streaming
it's not
now.
only streaming. Yeah. I get it. I see what they were trying to do with that, and I still like that they make it an option. Just don't make it the only option.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of companies, people got to realize when companies make decisions like that, they're doing it in the best interest of what can provide for them, so that way they can provide the best service for the customer. And that's what a lot of people got to remember, because it costs them money to do extra things like this. So it's just like if this service doesn't work right off the bat and they provide both, they're already behind. So now it's just like even if everyone likes it, they're like, we can't make it work because we already spent too much money. So with this, they're just like, hey, let's stream only. And it worked out on the most part. It worked out. I think in this day and age, video games in general, things don't require as much internet as people think it does. Believe it or not. On the average, if you're talking about a PC to game, to get a great connection, that computer's only using 1.5 megabytes.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all it's using. Think about it. We're buying 250 gigabytes. You know what I mean? Like, it's 250 megabytes. No, 250 megabytes. So it's just like, it's we're so brainwashed that we need this, but it's really our hardware that's limiting us. Your router, your modem, your microwave is causing interference. Your cell phone is causing. So it's all this other stuff. It's not necessarily the speed of what you're providing. So there's not this big demand. So if you're getting laggy experience, it's not necessarily the service or even the product that you're getting. It's everything else around you. Yeah. But I think that, not having PSX isn't a big deal because I really didn't see PSX as an every year thing. I was surprised that they brought it back last year. I loved what they did with it last year.
Last year was great what they did with it.
I still think I still think they should do it this year. Personally, not that I'm mad that they're not, but I just think that they could and they should because it was such a casual thing. It was sit down and let's talk to these guys. And now you get to talk. These developers get to talk about their game. It's not just, hey, this is what we're coming out with then.
Yeah. That's what E3's for, pretty much.
You know what I mean? This is where, the Uncharted almost put a tear in my eye. Like that sit down, they're done with Uncharted series, and these guys sat down, and it's been a while since they sat down, and they talked about their journey through that. Like that was that. Like you guys know where I stand with the Uncharted series, and I'm not gonna lie, watching that is making me want to pick up that game. Like that is a connection that I think is huge in the gaming industry, and I love that. I love that they were able to make me be like, you know what, I'm gonna try that series now. The God of War series, with me being super passionate into the God of War series.
That's why you have the Kratos beard.
Yeah, the full grown now. This is not lasting much longer. I cannot take this much longer. But it's turning to Santa Claus beard. Yeah, but I mean, with saying that, as big as a God of War fan I am, seeing them talk about it and then talk about 4 in their journey between the trilogy going into this, that was.
And it gave you a better understanding because a lot of us didn't know what they were doing with the whole mechanics. And, going from.
I love that, and then they talked about how excited they were, and they were wondering. What are we gonna do next? When they were talking about BM4, they were like, yeah, but what are we gonna do? Yeah. That's awesome. So I love PSX, and I think the name of it is perfect. It's about the experience. Yeah. And I think Xbox should do something like that. I've been saying
they need to do how Nintendo. I like what Nintendo does. I always said the Nintendo Directs to me are the best thing because just when you're like, oh God, I don't got nothing to play. Here comes the Direct to let you know, oh, no, there's about 100 games coming out this year. Don't worry, they're coming.
Even though they got to stop showing fucking Nintendo DS fucking games.
So, Inside Xbox does their monthly shows, but they only focus on the games that are coming out in the little gap. They don't show any future things, and I'm just use that platform. Millions of people watch that to see what Xbox is doing next, and they just announced on the last one, once again, the game that we always talk about, Crackdown 3, it's done, supposedly, but it still has ways to go. I'm dude.
It's done already.
I'm Crackdown's not going to come out. I just know Crackdown's not coming out.
Not done in the way that everyone wants it to be done, but it's done.
But, that
game should have been done a long time ago.
2013?
Yeah. You guys know where I stand.
What do you feel about PSX, Kyle? What do you feel about PSX? I've been waiting to hear what you had to say about it.
So I feel like PlayStation just sets up everything throughout the year where when PSX comes around, even though it was only the second one last year, I felt like they were leaning towards, they're making their big, huge announcements at PSX now rather than doing it at E3 just because, again, me and Andre felt that the E3 presentation this year was a little lackluster
for Sony, and that's only because we already knew what was. There were no surprises or nothing.
But was that due to the fact that we had such an anticipation for the remake, and we said that if Square Enix didn't do it on their presentation, it was PlayStation's responsibility?
That's one of the things.
Would that have changed everything?
No, that was one of the things. But then
I feel like I feel like what they showed at TGS was better than at E3. The stuff they showed at the TGS presentation, I feel like it was better than E3. If they showed everything they showed at TGS at E3, it would have been
But maybe that's why they didn't. They were just we're not prepared for E3, and we still have 2 other conferences that are coming up. And you had Gamescom, and you had Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah. What they did with this show here. Kyle, did you read the article that the Sony president came out and said about it? What the reason why? He pretty much said that.
I read the whole thing.
Yeah, how the Spider-Man was, the game, and
Spider-Man was the game.
Yeah, and then the rest is future.
With PSX, they didn't want to keep everybody's expectations up.
I'm so sick of seeing everything with that game.
Which one?
People making me not want to play fucking Spider-Man. Like, as much as I see about it, like, everyone's making a big deal because it's Spider-Man.
What do you mean, like
the game? Yeah, like not just the reviews, like friends that are posting. Look what I did.
Can I just rename Spider-Man for you guys and just call it Spider-Man Odyssey?
It's just so frustrating. It really is.
But seriously,
it's so frustrating.
Wait, again, Sony steals another thing from Nintendo.
I mean, granted.
You do realize it's not
Sony.
Damn you, Kyle. Damn you, Kyle. No, like, it's so frustrating. Like, I don't even want to play the game. And because, like, I played the game, and I'm like, it's all right. Like, it's good. It's a good game. But, like, what the fuck?
I think it's a game that's supposed to be an 8. Like, it's not supposed to be better than that or lower than that. Like, just a great game to play, and then after that, you trade it in.
Because it's fucking, if it wasn't Spider-Man, say they named it Man of Spider. You know what I mean? It wasn't fucking Spider-Man. Would it still have the same impact?
Vin, are you getting tired of that photo shoot move?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Wait a minute. Wait.
I am unfollowing. I'm gonna
call you out this.
I'm unfollowing every friend.
I wanted to see what y'all both thought about photo shoot. We never talked about that before.
I gotta call Vin.
I'm unfriending every friend that shares a Spider-Man post. Every friend.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead, Cal.
This is the same person that last year was all hyped about the filters in Super Mario Odyssey.
I was not hyped about the filters.
You did. You was like the Mario Odyssey filters. You was like, I just sit there, and you was like, I would take a picture and just go through the filter. Talk about how fun it was using the filters.
You need to bring up.
Yes, you said that.
You need to bring that video up.
But hold up. The difference is Mario Odyssey's filters, even because Kyle, you used it a lot. Mario Odyssey's filters a lot cooler though. Like if you compare those. Spider-Man, you're just going to see him swinging on the web and in the air. Mario Odyssey's was a lot cooler. Like, you could be in the freaking underwater and crap.
So I'm going to put it this way. If I did say that, then my point would be that it's already been done. So why make a big deal about it?
Oh, everyone's doing that now. Assassin's Creed does it now. The next.
How the fuck does Assassin's Creed? The camera wasn't.
Yeah, they're all doing that.
A camera wasn't even invented then.
They're all doing this photo.
Where they got somebody go and then they draw it real quick. Someone's drawing.
Tomb Raider does it. All these games are doing that now because they want people to share their experience.
All right, too much.
Yep, everyone's doing it now.
Hey, can I say something?
Now Assassin's Creed is just gone overboard.
Can I say something?
First of all,
you want to talk about Nintendo copying PlayStation? What's the whole button? Hold on. Where's the controller? Hold on. Don't you?
Kyle, what do you do, Kyle?
Don't go nowhere. Hey, boy. Kyle, let me ask you something. What's that? What's that? You can't see it probably because my camera's not focusing.
The share button?
What's that say?
The share button?
It says share. It's not auto-focusing.
Yeah, but the Switch doesn't have a share button.
Yeah, it does.
Got
a picture taker mode.
No, but see.
Oh, the square. All right.
Yeah. So you hit share.
Yep.
And then you can take a picture and you can share it on Facebook. So Mario Odyssey,
does that,
Nintendo copied it when PlayStation was doing it, when nobody was doing it.
Oh, wow. All right. So 1 out of 10.
Xbox doesn't have a button, but it does like the
1 out of 10 PlayStation takes, and then the other 9 is the other way around. Oh, jeez.
All right.
But next. You know what? But Assassin's Creed has gone overboard now. Because first of all, they stole Mario's game title.
They did. We both agreed to that. Why they do this?
And now they're stealing picture filter. No.
So I want to make it noted that what is it? Assassin's Creed is not a property of Sony.
What do you mean?
It's not a property of Sony. That's not Sony's responsibility.
Oh, yeah.
So making that note.
Kyle, Breath of the Wild Easter egg in Assassin's Creed, by the way. You get to see one of those little leaf people from Breath of the Wild. Yep. Assassin's Creed wants to be Mario and Zelda.
They really want to be Mario.
Did you hear about the stage with the band?
Which one?
The one with the band. You got to find the band members for Assassin's Creed. You got to find each band member, and once you get them all together, then they play a song, and then it's just like you play through a stage, and it looks like.
Oh my God.
No.
What would you do?
I quit.
No.
What would you do? If I hope to God. Now I'm going to play Assassin's Creed in hopes that happens because we are literally going to have an entire show about that.
On how Assassin's Creed is literally Mario.
It's Mario.
Hey, I'm going to just tell you this is the best Assassin's Creed ever made. Hands down.
Of course it is. They stole stuff from Odyssey and Breath of the Wild. What do you expect?
So will it win? Will it be nominated for Game of the Year and not win when it should?
No, it wouldn't win.
I'm saying,
God of War.
I'm making fun of Zelda.
Look at Kyle.
That Breath of the Wild absolutely deserved it. I just know how to pick them, man.
Oh my God, Kyle! You and everyone else that picked the not best Zelda game ever made, but the best Mario game ever made.
Mega Man wins
Doesn't
Game
matter.
of the fucking year.
That would never happen.
If Mega Man wins Game of the Year.
Yo, Kyle,
if that actually happened, I would lose my shit.
We cannot talk on the show
Kyle
anymore.
would host the show by himself. We'll just be in the picture right here, like.
That's it. I can't.
I would just be like, hey, I just know things, guys. You know?
Ever. All right. Next topic. Google's Project Steam beta to be tested. I don't have any.
Kyle, you got anything more on that?
The article should.
There should be a.
Yeah, the link's there. Good job, Kyle.
I'm about to say the link should be there. So yeah, Google is doing their own streaming PC service now
With
which is,
Ubisoft.
and they're with Ubisoft because their first game that they're going to test on Project Stream is Assassin's Mario Odyssey.
Mario Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Mario Assassin's.
That's very
Odyssey
interesting
Creed.
in playing in Chrome. So I'm gonna give everyone a tech advice. Clear your cache and cookies, please, now before you play this game. If you want this game to be able to run.
Yeah.
Just saying.
It would be funny if the first thing that pops up would be, this game involves cookies. Do you want them? I'd be like, just.
So, Kyle, quick question, because I know you probably went through the whole article. I haven't. When it says that, is this another paid subscription service, like the Google thing?
It's going
I'm
to be.
not sure yet. Again, this is only just beta
The
mode.
beta, yeah.
So
this is only just beta mode. They haven't really emphasized a lot about it yet.
They're just testing AC with it.
Yeah, they're testing AC to see how it's going.
So
to
something
run.
that's been going on for a while, but it's starting to pick up steam in the sense of it's getting better, is being able to host your games on an external server from somebody else. So it's almost like a VPN in a way, and it's supposedly running a lot better. So like you can run off a PC that has a 1080, soon to be 2080 graphic card. And streaming it is the same quality as if you were running it on your computer. So this is pretty much introducing that on that type of level. So I think that's all Google is saying, is they're making it like they're creating this big new thing, but there's a thing that actually already exists that you can go other places and do. And you can actually, if you own the game, you just install it right on their server base. So
I remember you said a while ago, Vin, that everyone's going to start. That's why I asked about the paid subscription thing, because you were saying a while ago that you feel like everything's going to get to that point. Where everyone's doing services like this to offer you.
So this has got that same mentality of digital versus disc. There's going to be some people that just want it to be physical.
Yeah.
Those hardcore PC gamers, of course, there's benefits of having the actual PC, like not having internet service to the place that's actually hosting the server. That can be pretty frustrating. And I mean, a lot of these companies have some pretty good deals with their ISPs where it's like never go down type of situations. Some have dual, so some will run Verizon and Comcast. So at my old job, we used to have Verizon and Comcast because anytime Comcast went down, guess what? We didn't have internet. That's not our fault. That's their fault. But telling kids that they can't do work and saying it's not our fault, that's a little hard. So in that same sense, this business has kind of got to run that way. I can't see the people that are actually spending $2 to $3 grand on computers abandoning ship and being like, oh, yeah, this is a much cheaper way to go. That's not how this process works. But it will pick up steam for those that can't afford those 2,000, 3,000 computers, which is a very big market. It's a huge market.
Yeah.
It's a bigger market than those that can spend the 2,000, 3,000. Why do you think those computers are that much? Because of how expensive they are. You know what I mean? Like, they're that expensive because it's a small market of people that will buy it. The PC gaming industry is big and explosive and people love it and it's a very hardcore group, but it's enough to make it survive. That's kind of like people that buy exotic cars, right? Exotic cars are over $100,000. Why? Because it's a small market. It's not just like, oh, yeah, because everyone loves it. Like, no, because if everyone loves it, they would sell it cheaper.
Yeah.
You know, like it's cheaper. It's the supply and demand. For those that don't know much about business, there you go. So
Kyle's going to be the beta tester for this.
It's a very interesting.
No, you have to be, because I just remember who's somewhat running the show at Google right now, and this was only a matter of time that they would do something like this, which is Phil Harrison.
Yeah.
Oh. Yep.
Because he is the vice president
on.
and GM of Google now.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this was only a matter of time that Google was going to do
When did he
like
sign on? It was a year ago, right?
Yeah, when they said that whole thing where he said he was doing something with games,
Yep.
and we were talking about what
We
that was
knew
going
where
to
it
be.
was gonna open
We
up
already
to.
knew it. Like, we said this. Like, we already knew they were going to do something like this.
They did an article. Oh, it was back in January.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so it was just
Yep. So 10
Not
months
recent.
later, it makes sense though.
Yeah, no. We knew. We've been picking up the pieces for a while. We've talked about it on a lot of our shows. So.
And then Kyle, remember that
Hardware.
report that came up with the console too, where they were saying something about a Google idea for a console, like a streaming console, or something.
Yep.
Yeah, they were gonna do something like that.
Yeah.
So
So
you could stream like PC stuff through the Google, which
Yeah.
that worked out very nicely for the last system that did that. Steambox.
You know what we're saving for the big topic, right?
For the debate.
Yeah. So the.
right now.
The next one is Nintendo releasing. Actually, before we get to that, because I don't want to forget this. So, Andre, what is your take on what happened at whatchamacallit Studios?
Oh man, when I was watching y'all show last week. That's a sad thing, man. Any gaming studio that gets shut down or anytime that happens, it's painful because we're gamers. And that was painful. And then hearing you guys talk about it, it made me think even more about it. I'm like, well, damn, like, I'm just hoping what happens to, was it THQ? With the whole Darksiders when they was getting shut down. And then they just swapped everything over to the next company. And here's Darksiders 3, which no one still knows about.
No, it's coming out this month.
No, I know. I'm saying it's like the hype for it's like we like it, but
yeah, but even though the Darksiders 2 didn't have too much.
Yeah. I don't know what they did with Darkseid, but anyway, I'm just hoping for those games for anyone that style was that. I played the Game of Thrones series and beat the whole thing just because I love Game of Thrones. I started the Batman one, couldn't get through it, but
I heard the Batman one was really good.
Yeah, so I mean they're good games. I just hope they get picked up some other way or. Something
That's what we're hoping for.
Yeah, I mean that's all you can do.
I mean, were you surprised when you heard it?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
kind of
I
like,
mean,
where the hell did this come from?
Only because I felt like Telltale was doing so good. Like I felt like every time they released their games, they even did the Minecraft story and crap. I feel like every time they did their games or whatever, they pushed out anything, everyone was mad hyped about it. Like I seen on the big gaming sites, I seen everyone giving them real good reviews. None of their games I think even got a bad one, and everyone was raving about the Wolf one. I forget the name of that one.
Wolf Among Us.
Yeah, Wolf Among Us. Everyone's like, oh, this is a great. And I'm just like
I said during the show, like, it's sometimes people need to understand it's not always about if a business is doing bad or if a business is doing good. It's about what's the business doing to satisfy itself.
Yeah.
Like, is it spending more money than it's making in? And again, like, that doesn't mean they're doing bad. It just means that it's poor business decisions. A business can do fantastic and still
That's
shit
true.
the bed. Like,
That's true.
I mean, and this is a perfect example of that. Like, they did not have low numbers on sales. I promise you that. It's just, what did they do for poor decision making? 36. Is it not 36? What is it? The studio on Rhode Island.
Oh, the one with the pitcher, Red Sox pitcher.
Yeah, Kurt Schilling's.
Kurt Schilling. That was one of the greatest games made too, by the way.
38 Studios. Yeah, 38 Studios.
Don't remind me.
That company, like the game and sales, The Reckoning.
Do you remember that game?
Really good.
That game was phenomenal,
But
bro.
like that's what I'm saying. But like, look at the stuff that they did, and you should have knew something was gonna go wrong as soon as Massachusetts turned down their studio. Like it was right from the beginning. There was already corruption.
Yeah.
So that was a huge sign of things weren't going to be good with them.
EA picked that up, by the way. EA picked up that
Reckoning?
game. Yeah, EA picked that game up. So
Yeah, but that just allows them to play it.
Yeah.
That just shows that how desperate my state was to get some sort of revenue for the state at the time.
Yeah.
Only for it to go right down the crapper.
It's messed up, man. That was unfortunate. I felt bad because when you make a game that good, I'm just like, can you imagine that? Like you make it like you just said, man. Sometime it ain't money. Can you imagine making a game and then something crooked goes on or something you don't know about because there's so much? Can you imagine your whole studio or your whole business compromised because of one mistake like that? I'm just like,
some people don't care.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And Kurt Schillings is one. He's not that dude. Didn't have a sympathy bone in his body.
He didn't give.
But Telltale, I think what hurt me with Telltale too is because one thing I got used to them. I like a game. I like a company that comes out and makes their own way of games. And one known for that is Legos. Legos come out. Look how big they are. Whenever they announce a new Lego title, Lego Incredibles, Lego Simpson, whatever they do, everyone's like, I gotta. I like the Lego games myself.
Yeah, Lego series is absolutely amazing.
The Marvel Lego games play out better than the other Marvel games because they have every character. They tie the story, and you can free roam like Grand Theft Auto, but with freaking superheroes, like flying through the city as Human Torch. So they brought their own formula to the table, and that's what I felt Telltale did. So them being shut down, it sucks, especially when you look forward to another Game of Thrones that they did. It really, really sucks. Now I'm like, will we ever get a Game of Thrones game again now? So it's like, yeah, great.
Yeah,
they haven't even finished Walking Dead, though.
That's what I'm saying in Walking Dead.
Like, Walking Dead.
It's an unfortunate situation, man.
But you know what? The other thing, too, is, like, we talked about it last week as well, is, like, apparently they were treating their employees like crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if that's the case, then you deserve – if you're treating your employees like that –
Yeah, no, the situation is starting to come more to light, and it's not looking good, so – all right, and then one of our last topics before our main topic, Nintendo releasing new Switch next year.
Yes.
Which that news just dropped today? Yesterday?
Yesterday, yeah.
Yesterday?
Wall Street Journal, Japan.
Yep.
Probably like late last night or today.
Yeah. Go ahead, Kyle.
I was going to say Kyle should talk about this one a little bit.
So let me get the article up here. Yeah, so there are reports, obviously, for people that do not know, that Nintendo is planning on releasing a new version, or new model, I should say, for the Switch in 2019 as soon as summer, possibly as soon as summer.
So that's a very open statement, I feel, because that could be a number of things. So something that I've been seeing continuously in that article is LCD. Like, that's the big thing that they're going to be doing. So literally, that's all they could change. And just be like, no, it's just, we just upgraded the model. Like, it's not like, hey, this is new Nintendo DS. It's not like that. It could just be, no, we just made a brighter screen.
I've listened to so much videos on it, and
so I'm trying not to get too hyped on it. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh,
have you heard the OLED screen rumor thing yet?
No.
OLED screen, different battery.
Well, I know they said the same screen of what they have in cell phones, and I know not all cell phones use OLED, so I don't know.
I read an article. They said they weren't planning on using OLED.
Oh, okay, good.
OLED is still a very expensive process, so I don't see them going that way.
I keep thinking that price, dude. That price would jump up so high if they do that. I think.
Oh God, yeah.
There's still a lot of flaws with it. So
there's still. I mean, this literally just came out, and the article that I read from the Wall Street Journal said that it was extremely early in the process.
Yeah.
So like literally like. They haven't figured out what they would do with software, hardware, anything like that.
I just don't want anyone to anticipate. Nintendo's not known to change out their systems like PlayStation and Xbox does.
Yeah.
It just, they don't be like, hey, we're gonna make it smaller. Like, okay, all right, so the DS, that's their one exception, but literally they said we're not going to make a new portable. We're just going to keep remaking the same one.
Yeah.
So that is where their gimmick is for that. But console-wise, they have never, ever done it.
You only get the colors. And,
Now's the only time that they've done it. They've pushed like the mini classic, but obviously that's not in the same topic as what we're talking about here. So.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, I got messages from our buddy Dolan. He's like, oh my God, now I'm going to have to wait till next year because they might upgrade this one. I'm like, I even legit told him, I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't wait.
I don't know what it's going to be.
Yeah, if you're looking to get a game, just get it.
Yeah.
Just get it.
Absolutely.
Don't
I honestly don't think a lot's going to change. Maybe they change the screen on it. Sure. At best, honestly, I think they do some sort of maybe cheaper version of it.
I don't think they would go cheaper though. That's one reason why I feel like they're gonna add a little more to it, if anything. Like I feel like why go cheaper when 300 is really cheap? I thought about that the other day. 300 is really cheap for that console.
I don't see them dropping that price anytime within the next.
No,
they
won't. They won't drop the price of it, but I don't see them doing like anything drastic.
Yeah,
no.
As far
And
as
I don't want them making it smaller. I'm sitting here like the Joy-Cons are already ridiculously small. How much small can you get? That's why I'm like, what else are they gonna do? But I mean, they're good at what they do. I don't think it's going to be nothing, ridiculous.
Can we use that to segue into our topic?
Yes.
Is there anything else you guys want to talk about with that? I'm sorry, Kyle.
Did you want me to talk about this yet?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Please.
Just to get it out of the way.
I'm waiting to hear your review on this, Kyle.
Yeah, definitely.
You're the only review that counts for me for this game right now.
So I finally finished Mega Man earlier today.
On the Switch?
On the Switch,
okay.
Hence El Amiibo.
Man, don't you ever give me that look again.
What kind of question?
Damn, I missed the look. Oh,
what kind of question is that?
I'm gonna have to look.
What kind of question is that?
I'm gonna have to find that later and clip it so just to see what the look is.
on the Switch. What's wrong with you? Of course, on the Switch.
I got it on a PS4 only because I had credit left. So
I'm thinking about getting it on Xbox One for the lounge.
That's so weird.
That would be great if Andre got the PlayStation version and you got the Xbox.
Well, I got to stop buying games on PlayStation because everyone comes in and uses the PlayStation and no one uses the Xbox. So it's just like eventually I'm running out. People are like, I want to play this game. Well, everybody's playing the PlayStation, so
you got to balance out.
Gotta try. I'm trying, and it's like,
wow.
God damn. At least Forza, I had no choice. Because I would have been like, I guess I'm buying it for PlayStation.
No.
My company right now. It's okay.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
But
anyway.
How'd you feel?
It was good.
Okay.
It was a good Mega Man game. There were a lot of... It didn't have a good balance, in my opinion. Because I felt like some stages were kind of hard to get through. And then some stages were, like, kind of easy to get through.
But isn't that typical Mega Man?
No.
You don't feel that way?
Like, for me.
Oh, God, Mr. Mega Man.
Mr. Mega Man for me. Because I played them so many times.
You sure your name's Dr. Eggplant? I thought it was Dr. Mega Man.
Dr. Mega Man.
I'm pretty sure it's Dr.
Dr. Wily?
He said Dr. Mega Eggplant.
Dr. Mega Eggplant Wily?
Dr. Egg Wily. That's your service. I just felt like there was a bit of more balance in the older games. But at the same time, I think of this one, it's like, okay, so this is like the blueprint for what is to come, hopefully, for future Mega Man games. And as far as the blueprint, it was good. I liked it.
He has a lot of ambition there.
What'd you say?
I said he has a lot of ambition there that they're going to make more.
Oh, I think they will.
It showing me Mighty Number 9.
This is why I want to tell Kaiji Inafune that Mega Man can never be duplicated.
Yeah.
Only one.
20XX is pretty good, though.
20XX
is pretty good.
What?
20XX is pretty good.
Still, Mega Man's still... He's a character, man. What's the character's name on 20XX?
20XX.
20, isn't it 20XX?
What's his name, Kyle?
20XX. Isn't his name 20XX?
I hope it isn't. That'd be kind of whack. I'm not going to lie. That'd be a dumb name.
I thought it was Model 20XX.
Model 20XX? 20XX is what the year is.
Oh.
Usually. But anyway, back to Mega Man.
The real Mega Man.
So one of the things that I was kind of questioning was the double gear system going into it, whether it was going to be something that completely like overpowered everything and would make it like stupidly easy. But it was good to use it, just because there was a lot of places in the game where you had to use it in order to get by certain parts. I mean, you could do it the legit way, but if you didn't use the gear, it would have been really, really hard to get by it. So I really liked that. I tended to use the speed gear over the power gear a lot, But towards the end of the game, I was using the power gear a little bit more just to get by different enemies quickly. And that's another thing, too, that's different with this Mega Man game, is that there were some parts where, like, there'd be something coming at you and, like, the wall was closing in on you. And, like, if you got hit by it, it would be a one-hit kill. They kind of did that with Mega Man X a little bit. But in this one, they did it a lot better, in my opinion. And it looked great. The game looks great. Again, another thing I questioned was, like, you know, the design of it. But the design is wonderful, and it flows nicely. There is a lot of forgiveness in the game because you can easily buy energy tanks, extra lives, and it's really easy to collect the screws. So there is a lot of forgiveness in the game, but at the same time, you know, it doesn't, you know, hinder the experience of playing it. The boss battles are great. Mm-hmm. The Robot Masters those are great battles, especially Bounce Man. But overall, I thought it was a good game. I think it was a good blueprint. I think it set the stage for what future Mega Man games could definitely build off of. Mm-hmm. And for me, I highly recommend getting it.
Oh, yeah.
How long did it take to beat? About 8 hours?
Roughly, I don't think it took 8 hours. I would probably a good like 4 or 5 for me 4 or 5 hours. But again, I played on normal. I didn't play on the hard mode. Hard mode might take me a little longer.
I was gonna say I want to see what you feel about it after doing hard mode.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play through it again and play it on hard mode. I just wanted to play on normal just to get used to the game and stuff. But nope. As a Mega Man fan, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very good. I highly recommend it for people to play, whether you have played a Mega Man or not.
Word.
Yeah.
Good review. Good review. I like it.
I have it. Need to play it now.
I mean, I was going to play it whether you liked it or not. I might even play it more if he didn't like it. Now you liked it. I'm like, oh, fuck.
When you guys tell me, like when you told me about the No Man's Sky about it, I still haven't touched it, but when you told me about it, you know, I know your taste. And
did you end up getting into No Man's Sky?
I have it, but I haven't even touched it.
No. I got to get back into it. I stopped playing it because it was taking over my life, so I had to stop.
That's what Assassin's Creed's doing to me right now. Assassin's Creed's been unhealthy for me. Yeah. I've never been into an Assassin's Creed as much as this because it's like The Witcher.
Yeah. But, all right, so let's get into the main topic because we have a quarry with you, my friend.
I'm in court right now. Hold up.
Hold
up, Your Honor.
So let's talk about this. So something that we've brought up in chat in our personal life is Andre has a firm belief that Nintendo does not do sales enough on their games. So first, before I can't defend Nintendo in front of the crowd until they hear why I'm defending Nintendo, or me and Kyle are taking the place we are until you describe your situation. So we'll let you rant it out and explain exactly where you're coming from and what the issue actually is, and then me and Kyle will counter.
As far as I got the Super Mario shirt on today, by the way, Kyle.
Me too.
We both have Super Mario on. See, we both are feeling it, and we knew we would come to court.
I find it funny that you're gonna rip Nintendo with a Mario shirt on, but I'm supporting them with a Mario.
Well, I had to do it because
kind of ironic, isn't it?
It's like when you dress up for court, and you know, Van's the judge today, and you dress up for court. Instead of wearing a suit, I came with the Mario.
I'm waiting for Van to put on a black robe.
So
bust out a gavel.
My problem with Nintendo, and the reason I say Nintendo, is because this isn't something new. For all our lives that we can remember, Nintendo's always been known that no matter what, they feel that because their games are iconic and they have such legendary characters and this and that, that they can just keep making us pay full price for their games.
There's already so much wrong with everything you just said, but continue.
Yeah.
So what I mean by that is, if you go right now to a game store and you try to get Skyward Sword, for an example, Skyward Sword right now is going to be like $48. That game, I'm going to remind you guys, that game has been out since the Wii. The freaking white Wii that came out. That game has been out at the end of its lifespan.
So I just want to put something out there. Do you realize the price of Chrono Trigger for Super Nintendo?
Oh no, that's
like $100.
That's also Nintendo, by the way. But that's another example. So the only time I ever seen PlayStation do this was with Final Fantasy VII, when people couldn't get their hands on it as easy. There was actually at Bowser's Basement right now for Final Fantasy VII. It's $75.
That's insane.
$75. I can get that on the PlayStation 2 network right now. The PlayStation 4 network right now for like $20.
Yeah, no, that's insane. That's a miss.
Okay,
yeah,
so that's one.
That's a miss.
Super Mario World, my favorite Mario game ever. The one with the Yoshi on the front cover. People that I don't know, that game right now, to get that is still like $45. To get Skyward Sword is $49.
Okay, hold on, but like, are we talking digital for those?
No,
I'm
talking about in store.
Yeah, so that's not Nintendo's fault, though. That's not Nintendo's fault.
It's not. Okay, so this is my thing. I'm going to get into digital after.
Okay.
The people that sell it outside of digital do that because they know they can get away with it. Because like Van said, we're going to buy it no matter what. It's still like Skyward Sword. I want to get it for my sons because they never played Skyward Sword. So I'm like, hey, let me go get Skyward Sword. I went to 6 different places and all them bastards was talking about some $48.95 or $51. Are you out of your mind? Skyward Sword died with the Wii back in when did the Wii end? That was the last game the Wii made.
The Wii started? No, I'm not kidding.
I was like, dude. Everywhere I went, everyone was saying the same thing, and your response was, well, Best Buy got deals. But what about all the other stores? Like Walmart is known for the cheapest store. Walmart had it for $40. Walmart had Skyward for $40.
So hold on a second. Walmart still sells Skyward
Yes,
Sword?
they have. In the little Wii section, how they got New Super Mario Bros. New Super Mario Bros. Is $35. Freaking Skyward Sword was $40-something. These are Wii games we're talking about. Not my perfect example is God of freaking War came out this year, and it's probably going to be Game of the Year. That game right now at GameStop is $30-something, $35. It's a solo player, just like Mario and Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey, right? It's a solo player game. That game is $30, right? $35 maybe, and if you're a pro member, $30. But guess how much Breath of the Wild is? $49.90 something. Guess how much Mario Odyssey is? $47 something. These games came out last year. One came out in March, and the other one came out in freaking October. And they cost more than God of War, which is about to be Game of the Year this year. It's bull crap. So that's the physical. The digital, whenever Nintendo has their little beautiful sales they have, the little cute rinky-dink sales, hey, you want to save 30% right now on a Mario game? You're like, yeah, let's go and let me go get some Nintendo eShop points. You better make sure you look before you do it, because you're going to get about $60 thinking you're going to get 3 Nintendo games. When you get home, you're only going to be able to buy 1, because that thing's still going to be $50. You tell me when you will ever see Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, all the great games on the Switch. You tell me when you're going to see them joints at $20. Xbox and PlayStation have the flash sale. $20?
$20.
20 just for even if it's one day.
Wait. No, I'm stopping you now. I'm stopping you.
No.
You are on timeout. Get the gavel. Get the gavel. You're gonna sit here and tell me Breath of the Wild and Odyssey should be $20?
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying a flash sale, like how Xbox and PlayStation have their little quick flash sales where they give you a freaking Shadow of how do you pronounce
Mordor.
it? Shadow of Mordor, the second one that came out. Yeah. It came out, and then about 4 weeks after, when Black Friday hit, they had the flash sale. They have that game was $28, dude.
Why?
Why?
Don't do that well.
Listen, Kyle, don't even try that. Breath of the Wild and Zelda. Even if it was for 2 to 3 days, and they said, hey, $30. Nintendo's doing way better than they've been in the past few years, right? So reward your fans back. Be like, hey, we got a flash sale, 3 days. Get these games for $30. That's it. Mario Kart Deluxe, Splatoon, all them games, those will never drop. I'm trying to explain to people, those games, no matter how many years goes by, right, from now, those games will not drop. Mario Kart will not drop. Odyssey won't drop, and it's just because they're the characters. And I'm not talking about just in the store. Like Van said, that's up to the store. But they sell it like that in the store because they know they can. And digital-wise, they will never drop past $40, let alone Mario and Zelda will not drop past $40 because of the characters they are. And to me, that's messed up because Kratos is the icon of PlayStation. He's the mascot of PlayStation now because no one cares about Crash no more. Kratos is literally PlayStation now, right? Master Chief is literally Xbox, and Marcus Phoenix arguably Gears of War. But those games still drop. But not Mario and Zelda because it's Mario and Zelda. And Twilight Princess still costs about $30, by the way, for the GameCube.
So let me ask you this then, right? And I didn't think of this before, and as much as I am right now, think of replay value, right? How much more can you play Mario over? How much are people willing to play Mario over and over? I mean, you go back and play Super Mario World now, you know what I mean, a bunch of times. You beat God of War, you're done. You're done. You're never gonna.
I don't know. They got them plus modes and stuff they be busting out now. They got all this extra hidden Easter egg crap
but
now.
Like the DLC stuff, like they're adding DLC with that. Like it's still you're still buying into that game. So that's why they drop the prices so low. So like a good example is the one with the Horizon.
Horizon. Yeah.
Like within the first year. The game came out in the beginning of the year, and by Christmas, it was dropped down to $30 because they came out with DLC. So, like, what it is, they see it as is you're still spending $60 on the game because you're buying the game for $30, and then you got to buy the $20, $30 DLC, so you're still spending $60 in the game. So that's why Mario and all them, they give you free DLC. Like Zelda gives you free DLC. So, like, you're spending the $60, but it's because you're continuously getting that content that's being added onto it.
All right. Well, just to defend Andre, Zelda's DLC was not free.
You had a season pass for Breath of the Wild to get the content in Breath of the Wild. The Champions Ballad, all those things, they took the route that Xbox and PlayStation are going. Now they got these DLC packs coming out for some of these big Nintendo games. Mario's is free, but how long are you going to collect Power Stars is what I'm saying. Like, after you get them Power Stars and you collect all of them, the game's no longer left. So if you go trade that game in, and not even trade the game. If you beat that game, I feel like for a game that's a year old and the DLC they push out in Mario is not like Breath of the Wild.
But again, though, they still people want to still play Mario. Mario just has that.
No, I get it. He's that.
Like even if you get everything, you 100 it. Like for some reason, everyone still wants to keep going back and playing the Mario.
Because adults and kids play it. That's why. And I feel like
Kratos doesn't like God of War. I can honestly say that I've never gone back and played God of Wars after I beat him.
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo makes us feel like a kid again. So I get that concept, but I'm saying, like I said, I'm not just talking about the new games now. I'm going back to freaking Skyward Sword and these games.
But again, that's out of Nintendo's control because once those games are done and they don't pretty much sell them anymore, they have nothing to do. That's us as the players that set that value for that. So, and that's what makes that.
These game stores know they can do it, and I feel like it's unfair, and I feel like the flash sales, like Nintendo should do. Like, I love that they're doing the whole, like, I'm buying Mario Party Digital just because now I'm getting all them coins with it. Like, when they offered, I think it's 3,000 coins just for getting Mario Party, I'm like, oh, I'm doing this now.
Think of it this way, right?
Yep.
Maserati's go on sale, right? But do you ever see them come to an affordable price?
They never do, but it's still like,
you know what I mean?
I'm not saying make it $10.
No,
just 3 days. Xbox and PlayStation do it.
No,
Flash sale for 3 days, $20, $30 for the game.
I completely get where you're coming from, and I understand like that's not so much like I think my beef with it. It's just because like I felt the same way. Like Nintendo, there's no debate. Nintendo does not have the sales that PlayStation, Xbox have. Period. Or nobody has the sale PCs have. But like realistically, it just doesn't happen. Like that is the reality of it.
It's almost like you have to just be used to accepting that fate, and I'm letting you know.
But
that.
I just think that what the real problem was like, it's not that Nintendo never goes on sale because Nintendo games do go on sale, but like some of what their sale price is it's out of their control because the game company doesn't want to drop it. But now what happens, a lot of these stores get bullied by places like PlayStation because PlayStation is going to sell the game for $30. Guess what? They have to sell the game for $30. So like the stores get bullied in that sense where it's just like, well, we're gonna price match anyways, you know. So it's just it's a different breed. But with Nintendo, like if the price never really goes down, then they're just like, no, we're cool with selling it at full price.
I'm telling you now, Van. Like I told you guys on Black Friday, if Nintendo announces this year that the Switch is like $60 off, just 60, not even significant. That line in them stores, the money they make, and the more, you know how much more consoles will be in home just from a $50 price. People are serious about price drops. Like I've noticed, like when price drops happen for a console, when the NPD comes out the next month, that console usually leads for that month just because it had a $50 price cut. If the Switch dropped $50 down, or if it was $300 but it was bundled with a game like of choice like Xbox and PlayStation does, imagine how Black Friday would be this year for something like Nintendo. But they don't need to. I get what you guys are saying because they don't have to, because people are still going to buy regardless. But
you're going to see Odyssey and Zelda drop tremendously. You're going to see Mario Tennis drop tremendously. You're going to see Mario Kart drop tremendously. You're going to see Splatoon 2 drop tremendously. You're going to see a lot of games drop.
I'm guessing 38
for the holidays.
I'm guessing 38 for Black Friday.
38. So I'll say like this to you right now, because I did bring this up to Van the other day. So Best Buy has an agreement with Nintendo where they get like exclusive like certain things that they can do, like Smash events at their stores or Mario Party event. They do events, they can put games on sale and stuff. So they have like an exclusive thing going on. That's why a lot of times when you go on bestbuy.com, the Nintendo games are on sale. Now, are they big buck sales? No, but they're a decent sale on them. Like right now, Odyssey is $48.99, which is not bad.
Yeah, that's better. I mean, that's fair. That's a fair price.
Right. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is $45.
That should be like
with all that content that you get, that's $45. Breath of the Wild is $45.
Odyssey's higher than Breath of the Wild. That's surprising.
Yeah, but Odyssey came out after.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's that. Splatoon 2 is $45. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, even though it was on the Wii U, $45 if you never played it. So they do put games on sale. Hey, actually, the Pro Controller's on sale too.
See that if they did how they doing it, like you just said, they're exclusive with Best Buy, so I get it. But if that price had popped up randomly, like on Nintendo one day, like eShop, just imagine what people are gonna do. Like everyone's jumping on that. If the Best Buy prices were on like the eShop, just for it could be 3 days, and I'm telling you.
So my question to you next is, do you think that is because maybe Nintendo fans don't buy as much digital as they buy hard?
For now.
Because I'm going to tell you, you guys know me. I'm a digital guy. I don't buy digital for Nintendo.
No, Nintendo's better. Nintendo's better because you have the cartridges and it's portable. So yeah.
Ever. I don't think I've ever bought digital for Nintendo. Ever.
No, it's better. It's better. It's better having the physical.
I don't know
Nintendo
why.
stuff.
It's a real. I don't even. It doesn't even come across my mind like, hey, that's an option. It's like not even. But I think a lot of that is because they're not huge on space.
Well,
like
I think they're trying to get into that now though, because that's why I think they offer stuff like the gold coin thing they're doing. They're letting you know if you get this digitally, you get 3,000 gold coins. Like they're trying to do that now.
It's way beneficial for a company for people to buy digital because we've gone into this a million times. Like you're cutting the cost of everything tremendously, and they're only making. For a brand new game that the store sells for $69, they're only making $50-something off it. Yeah. If that 40, the high 40s, you know, they sell it digital. Like, dude, that's cake. You know, that's cake. That's full price.
That's what I'm being patient with Nintendo on, because I do believe they're going to be at that route that Xbox and PlayStation are now, where they can have flash sales. Because why have one if it's not going to sell? But that's what I'm saying. If they had a price like Best Buy's offering right now, your digital market's going to go, because everyone knows to look forward to now around, like, everyone with Xbox and PlayStation, like Van just said, we got 30 games this month almost. Like, I'm not buying all those. But one thing I know is I can just wait for a flash sale, and I'll be able to afford every last one of those probably on that list that comes out this month. But with Nintendo, I don't think I will be able to afford it because I don't think they're going to drop Black Friday, like the new games that are coming out. Like, I don't know what's coming out. Mario Party's probably going to be $3 off on Black Friday. Like I don't see them saying $30 for this. But like I told you, Kyle, with games like Assassin's Creed, Witcher, Red Dead in them, Red Dead, I told you, Red Dead's going to be on sale. I'm telling you, Black Friday, Red Dead's going to be like.
It'll be 45.
Like, yeah, but this is what they do now, Kyle. They do it now where whoever's first in line, if you come in, after them copies are gone, there is no, well, I'll wait, or we're going to get some more from the back. It's like the first 20 can get that sale. Because I go to Black Friday every year at Walmart, and that's the new thing they've been doing. Like when I went to get Tomb Raider the year before, they were like, oh, we have that deal for $25 for Tomb Raider, but it's only limited to the first 10 people. I'm like, so now I stood in line this whole time, and now I can't get a copy. So that's the new thing they're doing now. And Red Dead's going to be that game, but it's going to be limited.
It's gotten to a point, too, though. The game consoles are matching their prices online, which makes it even shittier for stores.
Yeah.
Every time stores think they got a leg up, and then fucking the console's going to be like, oh, nope, sorry. Because I'm sorry, digital is just better in that sense.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just say like this one time. Actually, first couple things on the Mixer chat. DJ, how you doing? And Sparse Cactus 293, thank you for the follow.
Yay.
Sup, yo?
And all right, so, but with Best Buy and Nintendo, they it's actually sporadically. They do it quite often that they do put the games on sale.
Mm-hmm.
Like Kirby's been on sale multiple times within the past couple months. Odyssey's been on sale quite a few times for the past few months. Breath of the Wild as well. They have other games that go on sale, like they'll put third-party ones like the Street Fighter Collection. They'll put on there. Trying to think of another one.
Do they ever go lower than the prices you just said?
Not really. They don't. But again, a $15 drop for Odyssey or Breath of the Wild, and those games got 10s, is not a bad deal. And think of it. And think of this way, too, as far as Nintendo. You know, when they put out a game, I like to think that they put out a complete game every time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when Breath of the Wild came out, that was a complete game.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't have added anything else, and I felt like that was a complete game.
There were no bugs or nothing. I give them that. They don't have bugs and all that crap.
Odyssey, same thing. When Mario Kart 8 originally came out for the Wii U, that felt like a complete Mario Kart game.
Mm-hmm.
Had the right amount of cups and everything. You know, the deluxe version has that DLC that they did add to Mario Kart. Did you have to pay for it? Yeah. But you got 8 new tracks. You got a bunch of skins, or I should say 2 cups. So it was 8 tracks.
Mm.
You got some new characters each time. So they gave you your money's worth as far as, you know, what they charge you for the DLC.
Mm.
As far as Breath of the Wild is, I believe the expansion pass was what, $20?
25, yeah, $20 usually, 20, 25, one of those.
Let me see.
I mean, everyone's doing that now too, though, because they know that people want that content. Like Witcher 3 did it, and then on Black Friday they had the game was like $15 that same year, when it was the most talked about game like ever for the past few years. Everyone.
Yeah, so the expansion pass for Breath of the Wild was $20,
mm-hmm.
which is an extremely good deal for what we got. We got the Master Trials in the first
mm-hmm.
installment, and then the second one was the Battle of the Champions, which that felt like a whole big, huge, different thing going on in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So it just added on to Breath of the Wild and just made it that much bigger. So like, Nintendo is notorious for putting out complete games and then giving you DLC to add on to the complete game, which is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I mean, would it be nice if they drop their prices sometimes? Yes, absolutely. Do I think they'll do what Sony and Xbox do? No. I don't think they'll go that route, because they're doing smart business because they know those games are going to sell regardless. So if they just keep it $60, people are still going to buy that game if they're new to the Switch.
Yeah, like Nintendo isn't in such a unique situation. Mm-hmm. They never have problem financially because business-wise, they know what they're doing. Mm-hmm. And that's why you never hear, oh, well, Nintendo's in trouble. Like, money-wise, Nintendo has never been in trouble, ever. ever, because they know how to manage their money and what to sell product at. Now, some gamers may not like that, but as a whole, gamers are comfortable with spending the money that they're spending on it. But like it's other companies that feel like either A, they need the low ball, or B, they just price it all fucked up, and everyone's just like, I am not spending that amount of money on that. So it's just like Nintendo out of everybody has really got their game right, and it's crazy. It's crazy.
Think of a company this past year that dropped a bunch of their games down in price, and I'm going to point the specific company out in a minute. Dropped a bunch of their games in price because their sales didn't do quite as good as they thought it was going to do.
Who's that, WB?
Even though it was hyped.
It's WB, ain't it?
What?
You talk about WB?
No.
Oh, because they did that a lot this year.
No. I am talking about Bethesda.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Bethesda thought that, Doom sold pretty well, but Wolfenstein 2 didn't sell as well as they thought it was going to.
Yeah, they said it kind of.
And apparently Evil Within 2 didn't sell as well as they thought it was going to. So this past year at Black Friday, what did they do? Drop the price of Wolfenstein, drop the price of Evil Within 2, they dropped the price of the Wolfenstein combo so that way you could play the Wolfensteins. Like, they did that, like, hardcore on their games this past Black Friday. And that's why they were able to sell more. Like, I bought Wolfenstein 2 and ended up buying the Wolfenstein stuff just because it was super cheap.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's how I feel like I get Nintendo's, like Van said, the replayability in Nintendo games is priceless. And it, like I said, it still touches your inner child. Unlike a lot of these games that come out now, they won't give you that feeling. Like, I haven't played Mario Odyssey or Breath of the Wild in a while now. But like I told you guys, when I was going to look for Breath of the Wild and look for Skyward Sword, there's a reason I'm looking for them, because they're phenomenal games. But it's just when you look everywhere, and that price is literally the same as when you bought it pretty much, it's like groundbreaking to me. Like, it's just so crazy. And I think what made me the most mad was just seeing God of War on that shelf over there. Like Van explained it, but just seeing a game like that or a game like Horizon on the shelf next to that, and these games are over here and they cost the same as that, it's just like it's like a highway robbery. I guess that's what people call it. It's just like, damn, like I cannot believe this game costs the same amount as this game, and it came out in 2009. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Skyward came out 2009, right?
Skyward came out 2010.
2010. It's 8 years later, and it's more than God of War that came out this year. But I get the business part of it. I just don't like it. I get what it is. It's just aggravating. Give us some Best Buy deals.
Still on some websites, God of War is still $60.
Some websites, but like I said, if you go in and like I said, I didn't just look at new, because new is 60 no matter what. I'm talking about God of War new is 50, but I'm talking about pre-owned, like to go in and get a pre-owned game and that joint costs that much money, just mind blowing. If they gave prices like Best Buy is offering, like once every few months, even that would make me say I'm cool with that. Like you just said, you got Wolfenstein and all of them. Dude, Nintendo's pushing out mad games. I don't know if people realize, like we talk about all the time, we had a list of how much games they're pushing out this year alone. And then next year, what's coming behind that? You're talking like 60 games, dude, in the matter of from October to like April. And those are all like $60 games, dude. Like I'm not gonna be able to afford those. Anybody, you're not gonna be able to afford those unless you're like, okay, now I gotta wait out on this game, and like we talked about on the show last time we talked, when you want to be the first person to be up on that game too, now it's like I gotta pick and choose which game I'm gonna do. No one cares about with Assassin's Creed and Red Dead in them. I'm like, okay, now I got Assassin's Creed, Soul Calibur and them come out and all that stuff. I'm like, but at least on Black Friday, I know that those games will be affordable. Like Soul Calibur is going to be $35 maybe.
So I'm going to sidetrack something for a second because something just caught my attention, and I'm laughing hard inside. So it goes back to something that we were talking about earlier. So Mega Man, right? Mm-hmm. What was the cheap version of Mega Man? What was the poor man's Mega Man?
Mighty Number 9.
Mighty Number 9, yep. $20. Oh, my God. What is that?
This
Van?
is the mighty number 9
Battleship.
of Battleship.
What the heck?
I've never seen that before, Van.
No.
That's like the bootleg cereals at the store.
I was literally just gonna say, oh my
Attack.
god.
Are you
I
telling
was
me?
literally just gonna say that.
Are you telling me Pressman has never been sued for Sea Attack? How do things like this
Where
happen?
did you find this game?
Somebody donated it to the lounge.
You need to donate it back.
Like how?
I don't know. That's funny.
Sea Attack. Not Battleship, like a cool name. Sea Attack.
Sea Attack.
But I like I said, I get your point, Kyle. And I get the point that Van's saying. Nintendo's Nintendo. I get that. I'm wearing this shirt. But it's aggravating. You can't say it's not aggravating for a game to not drop here and there. Like, here and there. Not officially drop to $45. I don't expect that. I wish that, but I don't expect Breath of the Wild or Odyssey to ever be lower than $45.
Well, I mean, right now they're $45.
Yeah, right now.
on Best Buy, the Breath of the Wild is $45 right now.
I guess I have to get a Best Buy account in order to get a sale.
Yeah, but I see what you're saying in general. Again, like Van said before, is it fun for the gamers? No, of course not. It's not fun for the gamers. As a Nintendo fan myself, is it fun for me to spend $60 on all the games? No, because I am not rich until I hit the lottery. Then I'll be, fine with $60 per game. But at the moment, no. Like, do I think Super Mario Party is a $60 game? I mean, we'll find out.
I don't think it's 60, but I'm gonna pay for it though. Like we said, we're still gonna pay for it. It's Mario Party, so I have to pay 60 for it tonight.
Let's put it this way: do I think a game like Sushi Striker, okay, the game that I hyped so much, I still didn't buy it just because I think it's overpriced.
Yes.
Like I believe.
Hold up, how much is Sushi Striker?
I believe Sushi Striker is $50.
That game better not be $50.
It is $50 on the Switch.
Oh my God.
Do I think Sushi Striker is a $50 game?
That's a $20 game. That's an indie.
That is not a $20 game. Not a $50 game.
Yeah.
At best, I think it should be a $30 game.
I mean, Overcooked is 20, 25.
Right, but again, that's third party.
Yeah. That's why. So, I mean, like I said, I get it. It's Nintendo. When their name's on something, it just holds better.
I will admit this. Regardless, Nintendo is notorious for overcharging their games. Mm-hmm. Look at 1-2 Switch. 1-2 Switch was a $50 game.
I think it still is.
Do I think it's a $50 game? No.
That game's still $50 on the Switch.
Right, absolutely.
Right now, that game's still $50.
I guarantee you it is. 1-2 Switch. Let's see. 1-2 Switch is
$50.
Yep.
See,
still $50. 1-2 Switch should not be a $50 game. It should have never been a $50 game.
It should have never been a $50 game.
That should have been, at best, again, at the most, a $30 game.
Yeah.
At the absolute most.
I hope Nintendo starts doing the digital thing a lot more, and I think they are. That's why they do the gold coin offer and the Switch Online starting up and all that stuff. I think
the gold coin offer is good. I like that. I think the turnover rate should be a little bit better.
Yeah, I agree.
But, for what it is, like, you can use your gold coins towards DLC, towards games on the Switch, which is good. I like that. So, and every time you register, actually, that reminds me, I got to register on Mega Man League. But and actually, that's the benefit of buying digital now on Nintendo, is that when you get the digital stuff, you get more coins.
Yeah.
So it's kind of trying to lean people.
They're trying to advertise that
digital.
Yep. That's exactly what they're doing.
But at the same time, the problem with that is they don't have the memory space like an Xbox One or PS4.
They need a new SD.
You got to buy a massive SD card.
Yeah.
Which the good thing is, at the same time, the Nintendo games themselves do not take up a lot of space.
That is true. You heard how much Red Dead's going to take up on console? On the PlayStation, it's 140.
60,
140, Kyle. Look it up. On PlayStation, it's 140 gigs.
140.
Look it up. You hear that yet, Van?
for Red Dead.
Red Dead on the PlayStation download is like 140 gigs.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That's crazy.
It's got to be the same for Xbox though.
I don't think so. I think they said 78 somehow. I don't know how, but 78 for pre-download.
Let me see this.
Isn't that weird? That's really weird.
That's just ridiculous.
I know. And what's the biggest SD card Switch offers right now? The Nintendo offers right now, 2 terabyte.
As far as SD cards, that's a good question. Let me look that up quick. What's the largest SD card for Nintendo?
I could have someone said it's like the same space as a 2 terabyte is what they have already. It's mad expensive though.
So you can do up to a 512 gigabyte micro SD.
That's not bad though. How much is that charging though? Is if it's like
I see a 400 one. That's 170.
That's not bad, I guess. A terabyte, 2 terabytes is like 130, 20.
Well, with the hard drive itself, it's cheaper. Just cause, I mean, they overcharge SD cards just because it's an SD card.
Yeah.
Takes up much less space, so they can get away with that. But yeah, you can put up to like a 512 gigabyte SD card on the Switch.
That's good for Nintendo.
But just be prepared to spend a lot of money doing it.
I mean, that's worth it because that's for Nintendo. Imagine having that whole library, that'd be pretty dope.
Yeah, it'd be nice, but that's why I buy physical, just because it doesn't take up space.
Yeah, Nintendo still is one of the systems that don't still use space when it is physical. So,
yep.
But, all right, boys, we have to start wrapping up the show because the Patriots game will be coming on soon.
Oh, yeah, I got Edelman playing tonight.
So I got to set up everything for that. So, was there any final thoughts that anyone want to?
Kyle, we have a way now in Van to talk on the Switch without using you still have to use your cell phone.
Yes.
But that's pretty big news, the whole thing I sent to you guys with the Bluetooth. You hook the headset up to the Bluetooth, and you can do it that way instead of all the wires and stuff. So you only hook up the headset to the Switch. I mean, the cord to the Switch. Other than that, the phone, you no longer have to do the cross, and it's Bluetooth, and you can listen to your music, chat through it, and the headphones are supposed to be good. So
they're just
series. So
they're just going the longest possible way of just fucking putting it in the goddamn system. like really, like
that's what they're gonna do with the next one.
But I'm just saying,
Watch.
like, doesn't it seem like this is absurd? Like they are going the longest way. Like they are just going. It's just like they're intentionally trying to avoid just putting it in the system. At this point, wouldn't it have just been easier just to put it in the system?
That's the next console. We were wondering what it could be.
Though?
No, you're right. You're right.
We're going to create a headset that can still connect to your phone. Why don't you just put it in the goddamn system? It's probably...
No, that's only because it's not Nintendo. It's not Nintendo doing that. It's not Nintendo doing it. It's, like Kyle said, the Steel headset, right, Kyle? The company, what's the name?
Steel Series, makes that headset.
Yeah, it's not Nintendo. This is someone trying to help Nintendo out.
Yeah, there's no helping Nintendo out.
Which Nintendo usually would be like, right, we don't want your help.
Yeah, we all set.
All right,
guys. Well, that's it for this week. We will.
Wait. We got to hype an event in 2 days.
Oh yeah.
Mario Party.
Yes.
Mario Party.
So we are going to be streaming live Saturday night. I think we had confirmed the time. The new Mario Party.
Yes.
So we will be playing that here at the lounge. We will definitely probably get Dustin and the boys playing as well. So very entertaining to watch, I promise. So what did we say, around 3?
3, yep.
So
we're gonna be physically fighting probably.
Saturday at 3 o'clock.
Finn's gonna steal my stars.
Count on us getting really bloody. You definitely don't want to miss that. Definitely don't want to miss that. I'm glad Kyle brought that up.
Mega Man with me.
Yes.
So he can use the Mega Buster in case you guys.
The review's been great on it, by the way, Kyle. That's a good thing.
On Mario Party?
Yes, they've been great.
As far as the scores that it's getting, it's what I expected.
Yep.
Pretty much.
So we'll rock it out here for you guys. So until Saturday, we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Peace.
Bam, bam, boom.
Boom.